When you create a new account with LoginTC, the first thing the program will prompt you to do is walk through the 6-step tutorial to set up your account and configure your first application. In this video, we'll show you what to expect and what you'll need to complete the setup tutorial with ease. Completing the tutorial will mean you've successfully added LoginTC MFA to at least one service in your organization. From the dashboard, click Create Domain on the dialog window that appears. A domain is one or a collection of services that you want to protect. On the Domains page, click Create Your First Domain. Give your new domain a name and upload an icon to represent this domain. The name and icon will appear on all authentication requests. Click Create, and step 1 of the tutorial is now complete. Your next step is to create your first user. Click Create User on the dialog box, and then create your first user. Give them a username, fill in their full name, and add their email address. Select which domain you want them to belong to. In this case, the domain we created in the previous step is pre-selected. Click Create to complete step 2. Step 3 is to issue a token to the user we just created. Click on Issue Token in the dialog box that appears. Select your user, click the Issue New Token dropdown, and select Issue New Token without sending email, and then click Issue Tokens without email for one selected user. This will generate an activation code assigned to your user. Instruct your end user, or in the case of your very first user, this can be completed by the administrator, to open the installed LoginTC app on their device and tap Add Token. The user enters the activation code, taps Next and Add, and the token has now been activated. By refreshing the admin panel, you will see the user is now listed as active. Step 4 is to test the new token. Click Test Token on the dialog window that appears, and then Test Token again under the Actions column on the user page. Click Send Notification on the window that appears. This will send an authentication request test to the user. Instruct the user to tap on the notification and select Approve. The window will update to indicate when the test is successful, and you can click Close. This step shows that the user's token is properly loaded on their app and that they can receive and approve authentication requests. Step 5 is to create an application for your new organization. Go to the Applications tab on the left-hand sidebar and click Create Application in the window that appears. Select your application that you want to protect by browsing the list or searching in the bar provided. In this case, we'll be adding Microsoft ADFS. Select your application to complete step 5. The final step of the tutorial is to configure your connector. Click Configure Connector on the dialog box that appears. This will bring you to the new application you just created. This is where you can customize every aspect of your setup. The documentation for your application is linked directly at the top of the page. Keep this link open to help guide you through completing the configuration of your application. This page can always be found again from our Docs homepage by clicking on Connectors and ADFS. If you prefer a video walkthrough, you can also visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/thelogintc. Go to our playlist page and find the LoginTC multi-factor authentication walkthrough playlist. You can also watch our user experience and authentication method videos to get an idea of how your end users will interact with the service. You've now completed the 6-step new organization tutorial.